Welcome to another episode of Odd Man Out. My name is James, and to my left is
Harrison.
And
Hi, I'm Faust.
We will be discussing and to get him, Harrison, to play Skyrim.
You know, I haven't played this yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this game's been out for a long time.
It released November 11th, 2011.
Why are you trying to convince me to play this now?
Because
The new collector's edition is going to come.
they've announced that a new special enhanced edition will be coming out for PS4, Xbox One, and PC Steam, feasibly. Now, technically, if you've bought the game and the DLC already, you already have the special edition.
Okay.
Yeah, or you get it for free, is what the current statements have been.
So, what's so special about this special edition? I mean, they're giving you a free shiny upgrade for Steam people, but if you're on the PS4 or the Xbox One, you have to buy it again. And this has been out on the last gen consoles for the Xbox 360 and the PS3. And it's been out on the computer since 2011, and there's Fallout 4 out now. And what's going to make me want to go play Skyrim?
The new Skyrim edition is going to have more enhanced features and graphics and everything that the Skyrim originally had.
It's they are adding in almost a complete engine rewrite to give it an even more immersive experience. But that is all beside the point, because Skyrim itself, regardless of how good they make it look, is still a very fun game.
It is.
Especially if you've enjoyed the likes of Fallout 4 or the previous Bethesda RPGs.
The only things I've really liked have been the Fallout ones, because it's all pew-pew. We're not...
Well, think of it with swords instead of guns.
I don't play as a brawler in Fallout 4. I go pew-pew, not smash your face in.
All right. Well, so obviously you're probably familiar with at least the opening part of Skyrim and how the story is established. You are this unnamed, faceless prisoner who ends up getting their reprieve from being beheaded because a dragon all of a sudden spontaneously attacks the village that you're in. And then the opening tutorial almost is just escaping the town and getting away from this dragon attack and away from the people who want to behead you.
Okay.
And it does really well to set up the side plots of the civil war between the Imperials and the Stormcloaks, as well as letting you choose from the usual Elder Scrolls races, Khajiits, Redguards,
And
what have you,
humans,
the different elves. And as you progress through what is basically essentially the ending part of the tutorial, all which you can go through at whatever pace you choose, you are established as the Dovahkiin, the Dragonborn.
Okay.
And you are given basically the powers of a demigod, one could say.
Yeah.
And depending on how you choose to utilize this power, you can either continue to grow it as you progress through the game, or make your way to the very end rather quickly. It's another one of those wonderful games where you can beat it rather quickly.
Yeah, you can beat it quickly, or you can do the many side quests that are available.
Oh, great. So it's like, get told relatively quickly that you're the chosen one and you have the powers of a god, and
Demigod, but yes.
go slay whatever you need to have slayed. I'm not enthralled yet.
So the major thing that Skyrim brought in, amongst the extra powers beyond the usual magic, was the ability to dual hand magic and dual wield weapons.
The inventory system was pretty good.
Yeah, the inventory system was pretty well written, especially around consoles, because it was kind of designed around console play before PC play. But the thing that they added in was essentially part of the whole plot setup that I said, dragons. And I'm not talking like there's some sort of scripted, quick-timey kind of thing, like your God of War sort of thing. I'm talking like full-on dragons flying around, can kill you in 2 swipes.
One in some cases.
Yeah, in some cases, and you have to fight them.
And
like
you do.
it is part of the game. It is how you progress.
And you get the shouts and abilities.
Get shouts? Why do I need shouts in a video game? I shout enough in real life.
Because it's your special powers that you use
And
that could take down dragons.
if you do play it on an Xbox with a Kinect, you actually can shout out the shouts, and it will it will use them in the game. In fact, it will quick switch to the shout that you choose.
It does, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do they do this also on the Xbox One?
I believe so. I'm not sure if it had.
I don't think the voice ones.
I'm pretty sure the enhanced edition, when it is released,
the enhanced one will have
Xbox One, which means that's one of the functionalities they're going to leave in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to be able to shout. I'm going to be able to shout at it, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can actually yell at the game, and the game will do stuff. Now, it might not do what you want it to, depending on what you yell.
Right.
But.
Oh, well, true.
But you could probably set up whatever you yell as some sort of like quick switch sort of thing. And
that's actually the game has a decent companion. Like you have a companion that's with you.
Okay.
Like, like most games like that, you have a minion.
Yeah.
That follows around you that's pretty useless. I mean, I'm not saying this one's like the smartest NPC, but you can at least have something that can help you attack stuff and actually carry stuff for you.
And so almost any companion that you can pick up within the game, and there are many companions within Skyrim.
Okay.
Then you can choose whichever one suits your play style or has whichever one you like just as a character itself. And they all will have the ability to carry weight for you.
And different functions,
different functions and things like that. They will equip items that you give them. It's usually the best possible item for their fighting style. So they do have the melee characters or the ranged characters or the spell casting characters. And so it's not like you just hand them some really expensive, really high-tech piece of armor and they automatically equip it and you can't get it off of them to sell it. So.
Okay,
yeah.
So we got Fallout with sticks and stones.
A little more in depth than sticks and stones.
Yeah.
Most people will say that Skyrim, the avid Skyrim players will say that most any race in Skyrim is rather well skilled at sneaky bow, being able to stealth your way through and shoot things. So it's still technically pew pew if you choose to do it as such. But you can gear a character towards heavy armor and heavy melee, two-handed melee, or dual wielding melee and light armor, or you make these choices. The game itself is playable with all of these. Now that sets a rather certain level of difficulty for you, depending on what you do, because a light armor person can't take a full-on hit power attack from a warhammer and shrug it off. A magic user is not going to get the bonuses from heavy armor that they would get from the usual magical
gear.
robes and cloth gear that they would have to wear in order to be formidable as a magic user.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the spells aren't really difficult to learn. It's just,
yeah.
I like that. You don't have to go through like this huge list of spells, and you can put them on a shortcut. You can just use the one you use a lot.
Yeah, and you find a book, you read a book, and you have that spell, and the spells tier up as you go through them, and you do need to level up your destruction to a point
to where you can do a lot of damage.
And most of the limitation is with the high-level spells is... So basically what we're getting at is there's this big, rich, well-balanced RPG structure within it. And as you level up, the way that they changed it from Oblivion or Morrowind, where you would have to go through all of this stat uppage and quests and things like that, is now you have basically... What did they call it? The signs
Oh, yeah.
system.
Like the...
So...
Yeah.
Each school of RPG ability has a sign, and as you progress, you get points that you can put into these trees that unlock different abilities that make using that form of combat way more formidable for you.
Okay.
In a sense, like dual wielding destructive magic. Like when you first start off, it's kind of weak, but dual wielding it kind of helps you out. But as you progress down the destruction tree, all of a sudden dual wielding is the way to play. Or destruction like fire magic or ice magic or whatever gets that much more powerful. Bows do more damage for sneak attacks. Heavy armor is not as cumbersome as you wear it, so it's not taking up a huge amount of weight for you, and you get more armor bonus from it.
So you get enhancements based on the amount of time you do something versus you level up and put skill points into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get a point, and it unlocks a further ability to enhance those aspects of the gameplay. And it's all based upon whatever gameplay you decide.
Okay.
Yeah.
So since they are re-releasing this on, the PS4 and the Xbox One.
Yes.
One of the big advantages that the PC Master Race has had with this stuff has been mods. This game has been about mods and mods and mods. Does the Special Edition now allow mods on the consoles?
PC side, yes.
Yeah,
there's still an issue with the console side right now. I forgot which company said that they were going to do it, but then they backed out, and then they're still talking about putting it back in there.
There is a talk that it will, of course, be available on PC. But I don't know what you're pointing at here.
I'm not pointing at anything.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it will. It does say here, at least with the press release that we've got, that the Elder Scrolls Definitive Edition will also support mods on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Oh, okay.
Now this comes after they've already allowed mods for Fallout 4 on Xbox One and PS4. So there was a little rockiness there, but this one I'm thinking they're going to come into it strong and being able to use mods to let the community have its own influence there as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so they are going to vet some mods for the
Naturally.
consoles versus the playground that is the PC and
there are certain,
everything.
Yeah, there are certain mods that are not exactly friendly to the contracts that they have with with Microsoft and Sony as far as letting people do the stuff that PC players can do.
No.
Yeah. There's some rather salacious things that you can do with mods on the PC.
Okay.
So if that's an influence, then PC's the way to go.
So if this is coming out special edition, what's the date this is being released?
So this is coming out on October 28th.
Okay.
Yeah. This is going to be unlocked on PC on October 28th, 12 a.m. By midnight it'll be opened up on the consoles and you'll be able to play it there.
So with mods, I've seen a lot of Skyrim stylization mods coming over to Fallout 4. Are there potentially Fallout 4 type mods or Fallout style mods going over to Skyrim?
That's a possibility, though I don't think that you'll actually see direct Fallout 4 or Skyrim assets crossing through the games. Now there might be some equivalents. People can certainly put in their own models and their own effects, but you're gonna if you're talking like, can we have guns?
Right.
It's going to be probably a gun that shoots an arrow or a magical effect. It's not going. There's no bullet physics within the game.
I would probably play Skyrim with guns.
With guns.
They're probably not going to do that. I'm sorry.
Well, no. I mean, you never discount the modding community.
True.
They're probably capable. So if that's what you're relying upon, I mean, maybe the modding community will come out with something like that.
Okay. At that point, I might be willing to play the story a little because I have problems playing Final Fantasy games where it's just sword and board or pew pew magic. It seems it's not. I'm a sci-fi guy.
Yeah.
We'll just put that out there. I'm a sci-fi guy, and fantasy's gay. Okay.
So normally I would agree with you there. I'm more sci-fi than anything, but Skyrim drew me in because it doesn't go completely overboard with the sword and board story thing.
I'm in the wrong group.
Yeah, you're not
fantasy.
You're not absolutely inundated with having to look up a glossary's worth of sword names or axe names or figure out whatever it is that you're wearing or what it is that you picked up and how is that relevant. And it's something mythical from like the Viking era or something like that. It's just, you have your shield, you have your sword, that's how you do combat. And you're fighting beasts, you're fighting man, you're fighting mythical creatures. And for a lot of the time, in combat itself feels natural and flows well enough that if you pay attention in the tutorial and you give yourself some time to get used to it, you don't really notice it's never really kind of like, I'm just going to be fighting each other with sticks, kind of like back and forth trading numbers. There is a definitive strategy involved: dodging, weaving, making sure you avoid blows or block them, dealing with being staggered because your enemy directly blocked your blows, trying to figure out a way to balance it so when you're using magic, if you come across a creature or a character who's weak to a certain form, you have something to back up and be able to overcome that.
Okay.
Like I said, it's a rich RPG structure where it's dynamic. You have to figure out ways to get past obstacles, and there is no one single answer to get past that obstacle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Now, that said, the other thing that I really do have to point out is it's not just this big overarching storyline. There are a lot of storylines that revolve around it where you end up going to different guilds and working your way through them and their storylines as well. So it's real easy to keep track on the overarching storyline and then still have these little encapsulated ones that you can play in a setting or progress down in a sitting, and feels like it's sort of episodic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we still got all the side quests, so they got their equivalent of like the railroad and the syndicate and everything like that. So am I going to have idiots running up to me all the time going, I need you to do something for me?
No, actually.
No.
You have to find them.
Yeah, most of the time.
You'll find someone on the side of the road and be like, hey, I need your help.
That's actually kind of convincing right there because I won't have Preston every 5 minutes going,
a settlement needs your help.
A settlement needs your help.
Yeah.
No, you'll walk by someone and say, hey, you have a moment? Or they'll say, I need help.
Yeah.
With that said, what do you think with everything we've said so far?
I don't know. I have to go look at the mods. I mean, I haven't played this game yet. It's not been my style. So
I strongly recommend it.
I recommend it.
Yeah.
Even though I am a fantasy person, you're sci-fi. I do like sci-fi too.
And I'm sci-fi, and I played it.
I
played it to death.
And the story is actually kind of decent.
Yes, the story is good.
I don't know. Maybe I'll sit down and play it.
Maybe we could do a let's play.
That's about a 70.
Right?
70 out of 100 there.
All right, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I can take that.
I can take that.
Definitely.
Okay.
All right.
So that was Odd Man Out Skyrim Edition.
Yep.
Check out the special edition when it launches on October 28th. If you haven't already had it completely ingrained in your memory like we have. Of course, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know other things. Ask us questions about this game or any other game that we've covered. And we will see you guys next week.
Have a good one, guys.
Later. Yeah, for the people designing this, it feels like they're doing this as a passion and not as a thing to really